What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're still working on project Darkside here. Nightmare Polaris 2010 Polaris Sportsman 500 HO of clays here. And as you can see, we got some axles put in her. We're making a little bit of progress, but I called my boys over at American Star Racing and they hooked me up with a set of lower ball joints for this project, because apparently this mud slash trail bike needs everything. Okay, so that's the old one. Here's your American Star Racing ball joint comparison to the OE, and here's the castle nut and the nut for the old one. As you can see, the new one is way bigger than the old one. It's just a lot better quality, I believe. And I'm gonna do a little install, or me and Clay are gonna throw it in and show you how to take them out, because it isn't exactly that easy. There are some videos on YouTube about people using slide hammers with what are those, vice grips and whatnot, and you know, that's all good and all, but I didn't exactly have that on hand. So let me show you what you'll need first on how we're doing it. So you'll need a big maul, a hammer, a 5/32 Allen right there, and to reinstall we're going to use a 1 1/16 socket. Here are the new boots, and this one's still in there. We'll show you how to remove that one also. We've already got this one removed and lubed up, and we stuck this new joint in the freezer, which will help, you know, with the install process quite a bit. Actually, it might even slide right in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Clay to go ahead and install this one for you guys, just show you how to put one in. Yeah. Boom.
Maybe just hold a little.
All right. Hit on this side some more.
Yes, sir. There she
goes. Just beat it till she gets all the way in, guys. You just gotta beat it.
Maybe if you held it.
Just keep going.
All right.
Just keep going.
That vice got a good enough grip on it.
It's going. Almost there.
There we are.
Nice. All right. And then you take your plate that you've all cleaned up and all. So now we're in. Go ahead and slide. Oh, is that a bunch of grunt? No. Get any kind of grud or any crap that fell in there out of there before you know, put your boot on. But definitely I would recommend greasing them up. So you take your Allen with your screws, your 5/32 Allen, and your impact. Go ahead and cinch it down. That's just a keeper plate. Guys, I gotta tell you, these ball joints were a pain. They soaked in PB Blaster for quite a while, and also then we had to come up with a plan to extract. So that one's installed, good to go. Like I said, we'll clean up around here, and then we will grease it with our grease and go ahead and put the boot on, and then it will be ready to rock, right? So that's in. The way we removed it, and I'm gonna end up putting that at the back side of this video. I'll film that separately, but show you what you need. All right, we used an outer race of a bearing that fit over this thing perfect, right? Then we used some other stuff I had sitting around that this would slide through, and then we used a bunch of washers and stacked them on top, and so you could get a thread in, and little by little we would thread put the nut on, tighten it down, and it would pull it up a little bit. We'd take it back off, add another washer, and continue that process until she finally come all the way off.
Did you
But
mention
like
that?
I said, heat is definitely a big savior. Use a butane or a propane torch around the aluminum here. Don't heat up the joint itself so it doesn't expand, but all around the edges, definitely heat it up till you see some PV boiling up through the cracks, and it will definitely help your extraction. So in a minute, like I said, in just a second, I'm going to pan over to the extraction process. All right, guys, I know it might be a little loud in here. I got fans on in the background, but here's our extraction process for the 2010 Polaris Sportsman 500 HO. And so we have a outer race of a bearing. We have a just, you know, thick plate on top that had a hole big enough for the stud to go through. And we put a nice washer and the castle nut on there. So, and we've already heated up all the way around till the PB blaster was boiling up. So Clay's gonna go ahead and hit it up, and we're gonna show you how we were able to pull these bearings out, or these ball joints, excuse me, pretty well, easily. Go. We'll pull this off, and we will put, well, first let's check. It's definitely coming out. So we just keep adding some spacers or washers, whatever y'all have. I'm sure if you even found a socket big enough, you could do this with a socket and some washers on top of the socket or something, instead of going and getting a slide hammer and yanking the heck out of it. Which I don't even think these would have come out with a slide hammer. I wouldn't have been able to hold it with anything.
Shot off.
This tape would have been going on. Clay's doing an amazing job.
I know, man.
And I'll help out with my one hand by adding some washers here. Oh yeah.
This will probably do it here.
But it took us a while to figure this out, guys. We thought of anything and everything we could do that just somebody would have around the shop. Instead of doing, well, I looked at every puller I had, trying to come up with some kind of a option here. It's out. Look at that. Look at that. Now, you know, hopefully we can get that. We should be able to get that off by just stabbing it with a screwdriver.
Look at that, guys.
Yeah, it ate through it.
There's a hole in the bottom.
There's an actual hole in the bottom of that. It is supposed to look like. Well, there's one on this one too.
No,
That's crazy.
I mean it. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Look at that shit. All right. Well, the new ones
The new ones
don't
don't
have
look
that.
like that.
They don't have a hole in the bottom. Yeah. So anyway, that's how we extracted the ball joint out of the Polaris lower ball joint. So we're gonna clean all that up, and we'll reinstall the new one, just like we did, you know, in the beginning of the video. So, look, guys, I hope y'all, you know, maybe we helped you out a little bit, gave you a different way of doing this. Thanks to American Star Racing for, you know, providing the best ball joints and heim joints and whatever else I need for all my builds. They're great guys to deal with over there. Travis, appreciate it.
Give them a little update on the brute.
Oh, the brute force real quick. Yeah, I'll have to do a separate video on this brute, but you know, I got to keep this just for the American Star stuff. But yeah, be prepared for that to come up as well. Might go ahead and make one right now for y'all and just separately post that. But look, guys, if y'all would hit that like and subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and so you'll be notified any new content that we post, and we will check y'all in the next one.